Alligator weed is widely regarded as one of the world's worst invasive weeds and is a native of South America. It is thought to have entered Australia during the Second World War in the ballast of cargo ships entering Newcastle Harbour. Since its introduction, alligator weed has spread further and can now be found from the Paterson River in Victoria through New South Wales to Walcha in southeast Queensland. It is now estimated that around 4,000 hectares in New South Wales is infected with alligator weed. The potential area, however, far exceeds this figure. Alligator weed has been classed as a weed of national significance because of its impact, invasiveness, its capacity to regenerate and spread from single root fragments, and its ability to tolerate a range of control treatments, including herbicides. It appears to be unaffected by frosts and lies dormant during the winter months and flourishes during its peak growing season, which is from early spring through to late autumn. Alligator weed is extremely adaptable, growing in both terrestrial and aquatic situations, making it a serious threat to both the environment and agriculture. It restricts water use, alters aquatic ecology, and outcompetes native plants and animals. In aquatic situations where competition is limited and water flow is consistent, biomass can double in 41 days during the growing season. The plant withstands most forms of conventional chemical applications and forms a deep fibrous root system that can penetrate up to 1 metre. Once fully established, it is almost impossible to eradicate. Alligator weed will also compete with and displace pasture species, including kikuyu and clover. Alligator weed is a stoloniferous herb that produces masses of creeping, layering and upright stems. The leaves are spear-shaped, with a glossy, dark green appearance and occur in opposite pairs along the stems. They range from 2 to 12 centimetres long and half a centimetre to 4 centimetres wide, usually with a pointy tip. The stems of alligator weed are hollow when mature and can be single or branched to form dense mats. They may grow flat along the ground or grow vertically. Stems have pairs of leaves at each node that are attached without a stalk. It has small, white papery flower heads, 8 to 10 millimetres in diameter, generally appearing from November to March. The flowers grow at the end of short stalks which rise from the leaf axils. Alligator weed spreads rapidly from root and plant fragments and is quickly distributed by floodwaters, animals, and more commonly, human movement. Stem and root fragments have the ability to produce roots and shoots and form new infestations. Natural spread occurs in aquatic situations when sections of a mat or small plant fragments break away and float downstream or are moved by floodwater. Accidental spread occurs commonly through human activities, such as the moving of earth-moving machinery and watercraft. Horses and cattle have been observed spreading fragments both in their hooves and when grazing. Spread has also occurred through intentional propagation of the plant for use as an ornamental aquarium plant and as an edible garden vegetable. It is generally accepted that alligator weed does not produce viable seed under field conditions outside its natural range. Physical removal of the plant is usually only effective if the infestation is located in its first growing season. Manual excavation should only be contemplated for small infestations where removal of all plant matter above and below the ground or on the water can be guaranteed. Care must be taken during removal of any part of the plant to ensure no material is left behind or is allowed to enter a waterway. Although herbicide treatments are a preferred method of control, they are by no means the silver bullet in alligator weed management. You should check with your local weeds officer on what method of control will best suit your situation. In April 2012, alligator weed was discovered on a property on the Namoi River, just upstream of Gunnedah. Since that discovery, a further 65 individual sites have been located in a stretch of the Namoi from the Peel River junction to a single plant infestation 18 kilometres downstream of Gunnedah. Two major inspection and control programs were carried out during October 2012 and February 2013 with the assistance of weeds officers from surrounding council areas, the Namoi Catchment Management Authority and representatives from the New South Wales Department of Primary Industries. Using boats, kayaks, all-terrain vehicles and team members on foot, the dedicated group carefully combed the foreshores of Lake Keepit and the banks of the Namoi River, turning up a total of 43 infestations. Their locations were recorded with a GPS and they were physically removed if small enough or if the plant growth extended into the water. Where removal was not possible, herbicides were applied, with follow-up treatments carried out over the following months. In March 2013, infestations were found in the Peel River near Somerton and have since been traced further upstream to Sandy Creek. It is believed that this is the source of the Namoi catchment infestation. It's up to all of us to protect our waterways from this menace weed. If you would like further information, please contact the Namoi Catchment Management Authority or your local council weeds officer.